All right, thanks, guys. Coming off another 3-1 day on our Patreon website. Another winning day for us. It's going to put us at 18-4 in our last 22 extra daily picks on that site. And of course, the extra daily pick is a package that I offer, which is just $2.99 through the end of the month. We're also a perfect 5-0 in our last 5 NBA tier package plays. And the good news is we have an NBA tier package play going off tonight. Guys, I do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 per month. And we currently have over 1,100 members on that site. A lot of good stuff there. We do, like I said, premium sports picks on that site, but it's very, very active in the comments section. We had over 200 comments collectively yesterday. So really treat it as a forum. It's really a cool website, making a lot of good friends. And, the patrons themselves are making friends with each other, which is really, really cool. It's bringing a lot of people together. So if you are, interested in something like that, all you have to do is click the link in the description section below. You can check out my current record for free. It's right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/rockpage. All right, we got ourselves a, kind of abbreviated modified slate here for Tuesday's NBA action. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to start with the Clippers taking on the Sixers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in South Philly. Now, the Clippers are the 1.5-point favorite on the road, total at 224 and a hook. We saw a flip of the line in this one as the Clippers actually opened as the 1-point dog on the road here, coming across the country to the East Coast. We also saw movement downward on the total. So once again, the Clippers open +1, now -1.5. Total open 225 down to 224 and a hook. 59% of the consensus are leaning toward the Clippers, 69% shaded toward the over. And right now, Philly is +105 on the money line. Now, if you like the Sixers in this matchup here, I know that there's, at least you could perceive to be a little bit of drama between Embiid and Simmons. That's always been there. It's always been there. These guys have always, they're two alpha, guys, and they want to be the main guy. I think Joel more than Ben, but Joel is an all-time talent, and Ben is certainly a solid player as well. So you're going to have that dynamic, but guys, they are professionals. They can play the game. Philly 2-0 straight up in their last two. They are an amazing 24-2 straight up on their home court at the Wells Fargo Center. They rank in the top 3 in field goal percentage at home, top 10 in home offensive rebounding. Joel, 23 points a game, double-digit rebounds. As a matter of fact, Joel Embiid, he's averaging 12 rebounds a game. Toby Harris, 19 points a game, 7 rebounds. And, of course, Ben Simmons, he's been lighting up the box score all year long. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals for Simmons. This Philly squad ranks in first place in points allowed at home on average, and they're also first in home defensive rebounding. Now, the Clippers on the other side, they failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 6. They also rank 16th in the NBA in points allowed on the road, 20th in road defensive rebounding. Now, total-wise, the Clippers are 60% to the under in their last 5. I'm actually going to lean toward the home dog in this one. Give me Philly +1.5 and the under 224.5 in that contest. Next game, Bulls taking on the Wizards, 7 o'clock, Nation's capital. The Wizards are -3, total 230. We saw a 0.5-point fade of Washington and movement upward on the total. The Wizards open 3.5 down to -3. Total open 229 up to 230. 65% are leaning Washington, 54% on the over. Right now the Bulls are +135 on the money line. Now Chicago's really struggling as of late. Losers of their last 5 straight games. Porter, Dunn, Market, and Carter, they're all still out indefinitely. Nothing really changing there. Denzel Valentine, he has been listed as doubtful for today's action. The Bulls, bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive rebounding. They've won just 8 out of 27 road games this year. They are currently in 10th place in the Eastern Conference at just 19-35 overall for the year. A couple more things to add about Chicago. They rank in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. Now, Washington on the other side, winners of 3 out of their last 5. They also covered 60% of their games in their last 10. Believe it or not, the Wizards rank in the top 5 in scoring, top 10 in shooting the 3 ball. Now, Thomas Bryant, he is still listed as out still out indefinitely. But Bradley Beal, 29 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Davis Bertans, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. Washington, top 10 in home scoring, top 10 in, what does that say? Top 10 in home offensive three-point percentage. Wow, my handwriting's terrible. I think somebody told me before. Just type it out, dummy. But anyway, once again, Wizards, top 10 in home offensive three-point percentage. Now, total-wise, Washington, 7-2 to the over in their last 9. Chicago, 7-0 to the over in their last 7 straight. I'm going to lean Washington -3 and the over 230 in that contest. Next game, Spurs taking on OKC, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Thunder are -8, total at 220. We saw a 1-point move toward OKC and moving downward on the total. Thunder opened 7, up to -8. Total opened 220.5, down to 220. 62% are leaning OKC, 67% shaded toward the over. Right now the Spurs are plus 290 on the money line. The Spurs really struggling away from home this year. Winners of just 8 out of their 27 road games. They have also lost their last 5 straight. 5-game losing streak for them. 2-8 straight up in their last 10 as well. They lost to the likes of Sacramento, Portland, Chicago, and Phoenix during that stretch. Now, the Spurs, they failed to cover the point spread in their last 4 straight. DeMar DeRozan, he's been downgraded to questionable, so there is a chance that we might not even see DeRozan in tonight's action. San Antonio, bottom 10 in points allowed, dead last in defending the 3-ball. They're giving up 117 points per contest away from home. Now OKC on the other side, winners of 8 out of their last 10. They also went 70% of against the spread in their last 10 as well. They successfully covered the number against the likes of Boston and Houston during that stretch. OKC top 10 in offensive field goal percentage, top 10 in points allowed. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20 points a game, 6 rebounds for him. Dennis Schroeder, 19 points per contest, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And Danilo Gallinari, 19 points a game, 6 boards for this Thunder squad. OKC top 10 in defending the 3-ball, top 3 in offensive field goal percentage. They're currently in the 6th seed in the Western Conference at 32-21 overall for the year. Now, total-wise, the Spurs 4-0 to the over in their last 4, 6-2 to the over in their last 8, and they are currently 18-9 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me OKC -8 and the over 220 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's it's not college basketball, it's NBA. I got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you had a good start to the week on Monday. I know we did, as we went 3-1 yesterday in my premium picks on my Patreon website. It's going to put us at 18-4 in our last 22 extra daily picks on that site. We do daily premium sports picks on patreon.com/BrockPage, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And right now we are currently 5-0 in our last 5 NBA tier package plays on that site. And the good news is we have another NBA tier package play going off tonight. Will I go 6-0 in my last 6? Only one way to find out. Patreon.com/BrockPage. Guys, we have over 1,100 members on that Patreon site. It's a great site. We pass around a lot of information, and there's a lot of activity in the comments section. Like I said, yesterday we had over 200 comments in the comments section on the site, so certainly a lot of opinions, a lot of people getting along, some bickering, but of course, as always, when it gets too malicious and personal, you get the boot. You cannot, use foul language and berate each other. We're not going to have that. But anyway, guys, feel free to check out that site. You can check out my current record for free as well. It's right on the homepage, patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our next matchup. It is going to be Trailblazers taking on the Pelicans, 8 o'clock New Orleans. The Pels are -3 at home, total at 240. We saw a half a point move toward New Orleans and moving downward on the total. The Pels open 2.5 up to -3. Total open 240.5 down to 240 even. 57% are leaning Pelicans, 54% shaded toward the over. Right now, Portland is plus $1.40 on the money line. Now, the Blazers, they got a couple guys banged up. Hazonia and Little are out. Simons is questionable. And, of course, Hood, Nurkic, and Collins still out indefinitely. Those guys have been banged up for a while. So if there's anything coming up with those guys that, maybe we'll see them in action soon, let me know in the comments section below. Once again, Hood, Nurkic, and Collins, they've been the walking wounded for the majority of the season. Now, Portland, bottom 10 in points allowed, dead last in defensive rebounding. They've won just 10 out of 28 road games this year. They're also 4 games under 500 overall for the season. They rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed on the road, dead last in road defensive rebounding. They're allowing 115 points per contest away from home. Pelicans on the other side, winners of 5 out of their last 7. They beat Indiana, Memphis, and Boston during that stretch. They also went 5-2 against the spread in those 7 games. Now keep in mind, Ingram and Williams, they are listed as questionable for tonight's action. But of course, you got Zion Williamson, 20 points a game, 8 rebounds for him. Drew Holiday, 20 points a game, 5 boards, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Of course, the sharp-shooting J.J. Redick, 15 points a game on average for him. The Pels, top 3 in home scoring, top 10 in home offensive rebounding. They're averaging 118 points per game. Now, 4 out of the Pels' last 6 games got over the number. They're also 31-22 to the over on the year. Portland, on the other side, 80% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean Pelicans -3 and the over 240 in that game. All right.